Hello everyone, it's Dr. Faber and this video is about fetal biophysical profile. Fetal biophysical profile includes a series of parameters which are assessed for fetal well-being. These are usually evaluated after 28 weeks of gestation and each parameter has a score of either 0 or 2 points. If the parameter is abnormal, it is given 0 score, and if the parameter is normal, the score is 2. On ultrasound, 4 parameters are assessed. If all 4 parameters are normal, the maximum total score will be 8. That is made by adding 2 from each parameter, which will given a total of 8 points, and a score of 4 out of 8 or lower is considered overall abnormal. A fifth parameter, known as non-stress test, is not assessed on ultrasound. This additional parameter can provide additional 2 points if it is normal, which will make the total score out of 10. The non-stress test uses an external monitor which evaluates fetal cardiac acceleration triggered by fetal movements. This is not evaluated on ultrasound. During the scan, if you find any variable to be absent, such as fetal movement or fetal breathing, do observe for at least 30 minutes before declaring the variable as absent. This is because of fetal sleep-wake cycles. A variable may remain absent for some time, so it is important to observe for at least 30 minutes before reporting the variable as absent. Now we will look at the parameters. The first parameter is fetal breathing. You can observe the fetal breathing has continued rhythmic respiration patterns lasting a duration of 30 seconds or longer within the 30-minute observation. This is a coronal view showing the fetal chest. You can see the lungs, the heart, and the diaphragm. While scanning, you can observe the diaphragmatic movements as the fetus breathes. This hypoechoic line is the diaphragm. By focusing on the diaphragm, you can observe the fetal breathing. If normal fetal breathing is observed, the score given will be 2. Abnormal fetal breathing will include no breathing or absence of any breathing episode lasting 30 seconds or more during a minute observation period. The score will be 0. The next parameter is fetal tone. This includes flexion and extension of an arm or leg, and it also includes opening or closing of a hand, arm. These are longitudinal images. The image on the left shows the field, and you can also observe the opening and closing of hand. You can also look at the fetal legs. The flexion and extension of the leg can be observed. If you observe these movements, you can given a score of 2. If there is absent fetal movement or slow limb extension with incomplete flexion, a score of 0 is given. The third parameter is the fetal movement. For the parameter to be normal, Three or more limb movements or trunk movement need to be observed. This includes any movement of the legs or the arms, as well as trunk movements. Normal fetal movement gives a score of 2, or less than 2 limb or trunk movements during the 30-minute period are considered abnormal and a score of 0 is given. The final variable is amniotic fluid volume. For fluid volume measurement, two methods are used: amniotic fluid index and maximum vertical pocket, and AFI value between 5 and 25 centimeters, and then MVP value between 2 to 8 centimeters are considered normal and a score of 2 is given. In abnormal cases, if a single deepest pocket is less than 2 centimeters, that is an area of amniotic fluid that is free of umbilical cord and fetal parts, that measures less than 2 centimeters, is considered abnormal and is usually a sign of oligohydramnios, and a score of 0 is given. Polyhydramnios is not really considered for fetal biophysical profile.